time was. Okay, I got you now.
From Butler High School, it's Golden Tornado football as Butler hosts the Indians of Penn Hills. Good evening. Ed Cody along with Mike Kelly to bring you tonight's action in this season opener for both teams. Butler coming off of a 4-6 season, a playoff appearance. The Penn Hills Indians 9-3 last year, losing a semifinal game in a playoff run against North Allegheny. So two teams with contrasting styles. Penn Hills with a powerful running game, Butler with the passing attack. And Mike, let's go right now to the starting offensive lineman for the Golden Tornado.
Okay, for the Tornado tonight, Ed, starting at tight end is Brian Albert. The left tackle will be Corey Roach or Ryan Bird. Left guard will be Derek Newbar. The center, Rick Shantz. Right guard, John Albert. Right tackle, Cody Tyler. And the quarterback this evening is Justin Papina. Fullback will be Joe Maker or Nathan Mitchell. Halfback will be Dean Selfridge. The flanker is Matt Tack. The split end could be Pete Ruff or John McGee. And that's the way the Tornado will line up on offense when they get the ball.
For the Penn Hills Indians on offense, at wide receiver is Gerald Horsley, a senior. At quarterback is a two-year letterman, Glenn Hood, is a 6'2 senior, threw for over 700 yards last year. At tailback, Melvin Kirby, a 188-pound senior. At flanker will be Joe Ciccarelli, 180-pound senior. The fullback, Dan Castleberry, 192-pound senior. The offensive line is big and strong, led by Dorian Beard, a 6'2", 252-pound center. Troy Banner, 6'4", 264-pound junior guard. David Howe, a 6'4", 264-pound offensive tackle. Joe Hill, 6'3", 280-pound tackle. And finishing it off is Howard Randolph, a 6'3", 270-pounder. At tight end will be Brian Brennan, a 6'5 senior, or Mark Donatelli. He's a 6'2 senior. So there you have the starting lineups for both of the teams. Kicking off for the Indians will be Joe Lobick. The Indians in their road uniforms, red pants, white shirts, red numerals, and gold helmets. Butler in their home uniform, gold pants, blue jersey. Here's the kick, short, off to the side. Hits at the 30-yard line, just scramble for it, and Penn Hills nearly gets the football before Butler's able to grab it there at the 31-yard line. And making the recovery for Butler was Brian Albert. Butler out and over the football. Center Rick Shantz. Justin Papina under center. Trip set to the right. Split end left. Single setback. Mitchell. Pena back to pass and under great pressure and thrown for a loss. Back at the 20-yard line by a line. Not sure.
They may have had too many men in the field.
Well, that would certainly make that's the case. And the ball up. A 15-yard penalty to the 46-yard line.
There you go.
Where Butler will have it, 1st and 10, moving right to left. Just underway here. 5-man front, 3 linebackers for the Indians. Here's the toss out into the flat for Selfridge. Finds a little bit of running room. Manages to avoid a loss back at the 44 and picks up a yard out to the 47-yard line on a swing pass right. So they are bunched together, right or left. This time it's a double slot, single back formation. Tack comes in motion to the left. And now the Indians jump offside. And so Butler will pick up another 5 and 20 yards on this drive on penalties.
And these are the kind of things, the drive coach is crazy early in the season where the players are so excited about getting involved in it. They're not used to.
Penn Hills, 48-yard line, 2nd down, 5 to go for Butler. Motion left, Tack, Papina back to throw. Under pressure, fires over the middle, incomplete. The pass intended for Selfridge at the 45-yard line. There was a collision and 5. Football near the right hash. Bunch to the left, split end right. Pena under center, and here comes the blitz. Back to throw. Butler picks it up, fires out here, has a man open, complete the tack inside the 40 and down to the 38-yard line of Penn Hills for a 1st down to bench. 1st and 10 Butler at the 38 of Penn Hills, football left hash. Bunch set to the left. Tack goes in motion to the sideline. Here's Mitchell straight up the middle, and he's going to be dropped for a loss back at the 39-yard line.
A lot this season.
Good point. Dan Castleberry on that stop for the Indians. Now Butler comes out with a bunch right. The Indians shift into a four-man front. Fake a blitz by Mejia. Here's a pass deep down the left sideline. Is it intercepted?
No, it was a reception.
No, incomplete pass. Are we going to get a pass interference call, which would
absolutely
get a 15-yard penalty against the Tornado? There was a fight for the ball between Melvin Kirby.
Now I'm trying to figure out what they're calling here.
I think we are going to get a pass interference.
2 or 3 steps beyond Melvin Kirby.
John McGee can run. Butler hasn't been part of that track team that's won back-to-back WPL championships. There's a bunch formation to the right. Split end to the left is McGee. Single coverage. Papena, down the line option. Pitches it back to Mitchell. Has running room. Cuts inside. Finds some room. Cracks it down inside the 15 to the 14 of Penn Hills.
Good option play by Justin Papena.
An offside penalty and an illegal participation penalty. Bunch right. Pena back to throw. Fires into the end zone for Tack.
Good.
He catches it.
Touchdown. Great job by Matt Tack in the right corner of the end zone. Oh, I'll tell you what, Justin Papena, this may be his first game as a starter, but he laid that ball right in the corner.
Pass by Papena on the fade pattern to Tack.
So the Tornado doing what they've done in the last 2 scrimmages, putting the ball in the air and on.
Penalties by Penn Hills, but Butler coming up with a couple of big plays. A pass, 2 passes to Matt Tack. The last one, 14 yards for the score. The extra point by Justin Cherry. The kick is up, and it is good. So the score, Butler 7, Penn Hills nothing. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back after this.
Lucky eyes of a captain, the black and blue. Something is coming for you.
Butler all set to go with a 7-0 lead. 8:42 left here in the first period of play. Mike Kelly and Ed Cody here on BUT and LER. Here's Jerry's kick. Line drive, Saylor. And Drummond lets it go out of bounds, and the Indians will get it at their own 35-yard line. So Penn Hills comes out of the lineup. An unbalanced line to the right, I formation. Hand off to Kirby, right side, finds a hole, and moves his body up across the 40 to the 41 near the 42-yard line for a pickup of nearly 7.
To the right side.
Make it a gain of 6 for Kirby. Castleberry, the fullback, ahead of him. Glenn Hood, the quarterback, turns, gives to Kirby, right side. Fights his way up near the 44-yard line, a gain of 3. Two tight ends, power eye to the right. Kirby, left side, finds a hole, breaks it into the secondary, out across the 40, inside the 30, cuts back inside, and is finally brought down. So a burst of 31 yards for Kirby. Unbalanced to the right, split backs for the Indians. Hood under center, hands off. Kirby finds a hole, puts his head down, and bangs his way down to the Butler 14-yard line.
It looked like a pickup of 9.
A first down.
Yeah, Kirby every play.
Every play. Split backs this time. Unbalanced set. No, it's just double tight ends. Now Kirby comes in motion right. Castleberry, the single back. He gets the ball straight up the middle and is close to the first down.
Yeah, the spot's going to be critical. Castleberry has actually hit the line of scrimmage, able to spin.
Neal's trying to use 2 tight ends. Power eye set to the right, 3rd and 1. Kirby with it, dives forward, down near the 10-yard line. Plenty of room for the first down. They will spot it at the 11. Wouldn't be surprised to see him fake to Kirby and tuck it away. This is the 8th play of the drive, having started at the Penn Hills 35. Flanker left, 2 tight ends, split backs. Hood wants to throw the fade into the corner of the end zone, too far. 2nd and 10 for Penn Hills at the Butler 11-yard line. Slot formation to the right. Eye backs, Kirby dotting the I. Hood with a long count. Turns, gives to Kirby, left side, and fights his way. Almost took it in. Actually was tripped up and went down, coming up the 9th play in the drive. Double tight, flanker right, split back. Hand off Kirby, left side, dips it outside, then back in, and gets inside the 5 and down near the goal line, and he may be just about inches away. Nice set to the right, double tight end. Glenn Hood with a quarterback sneak, and he has the score.
Yeah, and nothing fancy other than the one pass play to the corner of the end zone by Hood.
By Kirby, who did most of the work. Lobbeck on to attempt the extra point. The snap, the kick is up. It's long enough, and it is good. So with 4:09 showing on the clock, it's Butler 7, Penn Hill 7. We'll take this break and come right back with the kickoff after this. Hood scoring from a yard out. Lobbeck the extra point. We're all knotted at 7 apiece with 4:09 remaining here, first period of play. Here's Lobbeck's kick. A selling kick taken by Graham at the 7. Out across the 20. And fights his way out over the 25 to the 26-yard line. 1st and 10 Tornadoes. Bunch set to the right for Butler. Single setback. Nathan Mitchell. Split end left is McGee. Papena under center. Back to throw. Looks. Fires it over the middle. And through the hands. Threw it behind his intended. 2nd down. 10 for Butler. Double slot formation. Tack comes in motion to the left. Papena back, fires it out to Tack on a swing pass, and he's hit hard, breaks loose, and then is belted hard and knocked out of bounds at about the 31-yard line. Nice move by Matt Tack.
National Bank is going to be donating $1,000 to the Golden Tornado Foundation in honor of those players of the game.
3rd down and 6 for Butler. Indians showing blitz. Send the backers. Here's a pitch out to Mitchell. No one there. And he gets out across the 40 and up near the 44-yard line for a 1st down. So Butler crossing up the Indians. The Indians looking for blitz and sending both linebackers. They buried him.
Defensive back all the way down the field. There wasn't even within 15 yards of Nathan when he got the ball.
1st and 10 Butler at their own 43-yard line. Papena back to throw. Fires deep down the right sideline. Incomplete. The pass intended for Brian Albert. We have a good, strong, solid offensive line. Trip set to the right. Papena back to throw. Looks. Fires out here in the flat. The pass completed to McGee out across the 50 and down to the Penn Hills 46-yard line, and another Butler 1st down. Penn Hills not able to solve this Butler passing attack. Slot formation for the Tornado. 1st and 10 at the Penn Hills 46. Left hash. Papena back to throw. Looks. Fires out here in the flats, and they're going to blow the whistle, stop this play. I think maybe one of the Butler wide receivers moved too soon.
I think so. And, of course, that can happen when you're the quarterback. Sometimes you don't pick up the cadence quite as well. And, yeah, we do have a procedure penalty against Butler. Okay.
Trip set to the right. Split end left is McGee. Mitchell, the lone setback. Papena back to throw. Looking, firing down the middle, has a man wide open, Tack. And he's hit and dropped at the 36-yard line, close to a 1st down.
Puts a lot of pressure on Penn Hills because they have to really slug it out. It takes them a lot longer to score that way.
Trip set to the right. The Indians are now in a 4-man front. Papena back to throw. Dumps it out of the... Intercepted by the Indians. Picked off by Johnson. And he may go all the way down the left sideline. He is going to score. Could be clipping calls, possibly against the Indians. And I see Antonio Williams with his head down. He may be one of the culprits.
Yeah, I got to tell you something. That clip took place 5, 10, 15, 20. That took place 30 yards from the ball carrier. So that's a really terrible mistake by the Penn Hills Indians. I mean, they show at very end back on about the 35-yard line.
And Antonio...
and Butler and Lindora.
1st and 10 Penn Hills at the Butler 48-yard line. Flanker right, double tight. I formation. Kirby dots the I. He gets it left side, finds running room. Skirts inside the 45 and down close to the 40-yard line. Indians out of the huddle, split backs, flanker to the right. Double tight end. Hood under center. Turns, gives to Kirby, right side, and fights his way inside the 40, down near the 38, and very close to a 1st down. Period. And a clipping call brings it back. Here we go, 3rd and inches. Hood to Kirby, left side. He has the 1st down as he gets the ball down near the Butler 37-yard line. Right, double tight end set, I formation. Kirby at top of the I. Castleberry in front of him. 1st and 10, the Indians at the Butler 38. Kirby off the right side. Finds it a little tougher this time. Gets about 2 yards. And 8 at the Butler 36-yard line. Pitch back Kirby right side, and he has no room to run. And a great defensive effort by the left side of the Horsley. Flank to the right. Flanker left, split back. Hood under center. He's attempted one pass tonight. Here's a handoff Kirby on a draw play, and he's going to be dropped at about the 35-yard line for a short pickup of 3. It will be now 4.
Give him the ball at the 35-yard line.
Slot left, flanker right. Kirby, the single setback. Hood with a long count. Drops straight back under great pressure. Eludes the rush. Tries to turn the corner. Throws downfield. And the pass is caught by Brian Johnson inside the 20 to the 14. Let's make that the 16th call. 1st and 10 Indians at the Butler 17-yard line. Left hash, I formation. Here's a handoff. Kirby straight up the middle and fights his way. Loses the ball, and there's a scramble for it at about the 16-yard line. But the official is ruling that Kirby was down here in the first half of play. Flanker left, split in right. Handoff Kirby on a draw play. Finds some running room down inside the 15, down near the 13-yard line. Gain of nearly 3 on a play. Now he comes out, lines up to the left as a tight end. Double tight, flanker right, Kirby in motion right. Single setback, Castleberry. Here's Hood running, and he's going to be thrown for a loss by Nathan Mitchell all the way back to the 24-yard line. I'm not even sure that
nobody back there to pitch to.
He knew what he wanted to do, Mike, on that play. Here they go, 4th and 16 at the Butler 23-yard line. Hood back to throw, looks, fires deep into the end zone, has a man there, touchdown. He had a man wide open down the right sideline. Actually, Mikey, Hood to Ciccarelli. Now Lobbeck on to attempt the extra point. The snap, the placement, the kick is up wide left. So the score remained right back after this message.
At Preston Dodge.
Fred Schmidt and Osterling. And here's the kick. Graham will take it at the 9. Up the middle, finds some room, and is hit hard and dumped at the 30-yard line. Well, he took a good, he bounced against Senicavelli. 1st and 10, Butler thrown 30-yard line. Pitch out to the left. Maker with it out across the 30 and up near the 34-yard line. There's a fumble on the play and a scramble for the ball. I think Butler has retained possession.
Well, Penn Hills has no contain. There's nobody but the defensive end. He's taking on 2 people.
Here's a handoff to Nathan Mitchell straight up the middle, and he's going to be thrown back for a loss of 2 back to the 43-yard line for Butler. At their own 33-yard line. Trips to the right. And now the Indians jump offside, and that's the second section.
Well, that's tough. You know, in high school, you can't. Thompson Road in Butler.
3rd and 3 for Butler. Papania back to pass, and there's Dolman, who makes a great defensive play, leaping high into the air, going over mistakes. And Butler's going to pick up a 1st down.
No, they're waving it off now.
Now they're waving it.
Illegal participation.
All right, Maker back to kick, standing at his own 25-yard line. Ciccarelli and Castleberry back, and here's a punt, high, wobbly kick to the right. And Ciccarelli lets it bounce, and it will be down by Butler at the Penn Hills 32-yard by Glenn Hood. Flanker right, slot left. Kirby, the single setback. Long count by Hood. Here it is. Fakes to Kirby. There's a fumble on a play, and he loses the ball, and Butler recovers at the Penn Hills 26-yard line. Football 1st and 10 at the Penn Hills 27-yard line. Trip set to the right. Pena back to pass. Under pressure. Fires down his right sideline. Has a man open and knocked away at the last second on a fine defensive play. Albert and Schmidt. Here's a pitch back to Mitchell. Turns the right corner, inside the 20, and down to the 16-yard line. And once again, Penn Hills has no answer for Butler's down. Have not even come close to trying to solve it. Pena back to pass. Here comes the pressure. He's grabbed and slammed down for a loss way back at the 26-yard line by Eric Mejia. Legal participation. 2nd and 19 for Butler at the Penn Hills 26. Pena back to throw. Here comes the pressure. Steps up, fires out into the flat, and it's caught by Schmidt, who took it away. It looked like it was going to be intercepted by Melvin Kirby. I checked that 3rd and 7 at the Penn Hills 14-yard line. Trips right, split end left. Pena back to throw. Pressure. He's grabbed, and he's going to be dumped for a loss.
Oh,
whoa! He
wait a
slammed
minute.
hard to the ground, and that could be a 15-yard penalty.
There's no way. You know, that's
Butler at the 19, a field goal attempt by Justin Cherry. The spot will be at the 25 or 35-yarder. Here's the kick. It is up. It is long enough, and it is good. So a 35-yard field goal by Justin Cherry brings Butler back within 3. And off. Here's his boot. Deep, taken by Castleberry at the 8. Up over the middle, nearly loses the football, holding on to it by his left hip. 1st and 10 Indians at their own 23-yard line. Double tight end, flanker right, split back. Here's a handoff to the fullback, straight up over the right side and out near the 31-yard line for a pickup of 8 line, leading Butler 13-10, 2:47 remaining first half of play. Football near the right hash. Butler bunched at the line of scrimmage. Kirby finds an opening over the left side, breaks through into the secondary, out across the 40, and up near the 44-yard line for a pickup of 13. And Penn Hills at their own 44-yard line, 2:15 to go. Hood fakes, back to pass, under pressure, eludes the rush, now fires deep down the sideline, and it's intercepted by Matt Tack at the Butler 20-yard line. Comes out of the pack, out across the 35, the 40, the 45, before he's dropped down at his own 46-yard line. And that time the Indians would fake. Bunch set to the right, split end left. 1st and 10, Butler at their own 46-yard line. 2 minutes remaining. Here's a pitch back to Mitchell. No one there on the left side. Takes it down the left sideline into Penn Hills territory, down to the Indians 46-yard line, out downfield. Flanker right, split end left, I formation for Butler. First time tonight. Pena back to throw. Looks, here comes the pressure, and he's wrapped up, going to be dropped for a loss. Back at his own 48-yard line, and his second sack of the evening. Quad formation for Butler, 2nd and 17 at their own 39, under a minute to play here in the first half. Pena's pass out in the flat, complete to Elbert. In across the 45 and into Penn Hills territory at the Penn Hills 49-yard.
To make a point or prove something to themselves.
Football right hash for Butler. Pena back to pass, looking, fires out into the flat, complete the tack, and he holds him inbounds at the Penn. And now the officials are going to have is a first down. Trip set to the left, split in right. Nathan Mitchell, the single setback. Pena back to throw. Fires down the right sideline, out of bounds to Matt Tack. Tack split in to the right, single coverage. Now the Indians jump off sides again. 2nd and 5, Butler at the Penn Hills 35. Butler would like to get one-on-one coverage with Tack. Pena back to throw. Look, fires out here to Tack, complete inside the 30. Breaks loose, jukes him inside the 20 and down to the 17-yard line. And Pena's thrown the ball here in the first half. Bunch set to the left. Pena back, option, pitches it back to Mitchell. There's no one there. Inside the 10, down to the 6-yard line. First and goal. You want to be bold, you come back and run that option.
There you go.
And the Indians in man-to-man coverage. Pena back to throw, rolls right, dumps it off, complete to Maker, and he's knocked out of bounds at about the 3-yard line. Penn Hills 3, power eye set to the right for Butler. Split in left. Here's a handoff, and he's hit immediately and dropped is Brett Schmidt. No gain on the first half of play with the score. Penn Hills 13 and Butler 10. We'll be back with
a run, the type of wide open offense that Butler runs. It's hard to get ready for it, because you have to practice that, and there's just no way you can get that done. It's like the service academies that run the wishbone, and they run a lot. Then they run a double wing tee, and they do a lot of different things. But unless you run that yourself, you can't duplicate it in practice. There's no way Penn Hills could get ready for Butler, because they just don't see this type of an offense.
Well, Mike, confusion there at the end of the first half. Butler had about 12 seconds, the ball at the 3-yard line. You look at two plays. One of them has to be Hancock. Flank to his left is Ciccarelli, who caught a touchdown pass. And to the far right is Dan Castleberry. Here's Justin Cherry's kick. Down the middle. Taken by Hancock. Fumbles it. Scoops it up at the 11-yard line. Comes out across the 20 before he's dropped at about the 23-yard line. 1st and 10, Penn Hills at quarterback, with Kirby and Castleberry the setback. Split backs, 2 tight ends, flanker right. Butler bunched at the line of scrimmage. Here's a crossbuck play. Given to Kirby, darts it outside and tries to get back to the line of scrimmage. And I don't think he does. He's going to be stopped for a loss of a yard. Parai set to the right. Double tight. Here's a handoff. Kirby, left side, puts his head down and powers his way up near the 25-yard line for a gain of 3. But that will make it 3rd down and 8. And then Penn Hills looking at a 3rd and 8 at their own 25-yard line. Slot left, flanker right. Kirby the single setback. Butler showing blitz. Now Selfridge backs off. Hood drops straight back. Here comes the pressure on a blitz by Maker. A pass over the middle and incomplete. Pass intended for Ciccarelli out at the... That's a big punter. 6'4", 264 pounds. The snap, a wobbly one. Banner gets it. End-over-end kick taken by Tack at his own 44. Comes across the 50 and dropped at the Penn Hills 48-yard line. 1st and 10, Butler.
Line drive kick. And Matt Tack took it on the run at about his own 40-yard line, but that was a line drive.
48-yard line. 10-11 remaining here in the 3rd period, and Butler trailing 13-10.
And here's the set that gives them fits in the option.
Trip set to the left. And here's a pitch back to Mitchell. Now the Indians rotate, bring up their corner, and Mitchell gets about 2 yards out to the 49-yard line.
Option on it. And that's the same set we're in again.
2nd down, 8 to go for Butler. Football on the right hash. Trip set to the left. Papena back to throw. Fires deep down. Idaho has a man wide open and nearly intercepted by the Indians, by Antonio Williams, who got back there. Tack was wide open, and Williams made a great recovery. Papena under center. Long count. Drop straight back. Here comes the pressure. And he's trying to run, takes off around the right side, and he's belted out of bounds. And they're going to say he was out at about the Penn Hills 41-yard line, and it looks like a bad spot. I thought Justin had the 1st down for Butler at about the Penn Hills 36-yard line. Penn Hills 6 penalties for 60 yards in the first half. Papena, though, drops straight back to throw, looking, under pressure, fires, complete the Tack, and takes it down inside the 25 and down to the 21-yard line for a Butler 1st down. Nearly intercepted and then caught by Tack.
Papena got that ball off a split second before he was decked. The Butler offense.
6th reception. Trip set to the right, split in left. 1st and 10, Butler at the Penn Hills 21-yard line. 8:54 to go in the 3rd period. Here's a pitch back to Mitchell, sweeping right. And he's dropped inside the 20 at about the 18-yard line for a pickup of 3.
Both sides of the ball this year.
2nd down, 7 for Butler. Trip set to the right, split in left. Ball on the right hash. Butler trailing by 3. Papena back to pass. Here comes a blitz and a pressure from the blind side. And he's dropped for a loss back at the 23-yard line. A loss of 5. And that will bring up a 3rd and 11.
Yes.
Trip set to the left, split in to the right. Nathan Mitchell, the single setback. Papena rolls left, looks. Here comes pressure, fires it deep down the left side. Incomplete. His intended receiver, Brian Albert.
We have seen his leg already. He's a very strong-legged young man.
Here's the snap, the spot. The kick is up.
Good.
It is long enough, and it is good.
And there's a penalty.
So we may have also a roughing the holder penalty possibly.
Now, do you take the points or do you take the penalty?
And they're going to bring it. No, Penn Hills is indicating the penalty's
Butler.
against Butler. Butler's indicating it's against Penn Hills.
No, it's against Penn Hills, roughing the kicker.
It is against the Indians.
I don't know. I don't know what the kids from Penn Hills were clapping for. And I really don't know why the official went up and talked to the Penn Hills
And
defensive player.
I think Butler's going to go back to offense, Mike, and take the points off the board.
Well, why not, really, Ed? I mean, it's the opening game. Then they're working on different things out there. They know that Justin can make that kick from that point.
Actually, it's a personal foul. Moves the ball down to the Penn Hills 11-yard line. And they now have 75 or 80 yards in penalties here tonight. First and 10, Butler at the Penn Hills 11-yard line. Trip set to the right. Pitch back to Mitchell. Sweeping right. Finds running room. Cuts back inside. Down to the 5-yard line before he stopped and driven out of bounds. 5 at the Penn Hills. Make it just shy of the 5-yard line. Butler can actually get a first down inches shy of the pylon. Pena throwing a fade. Left corner of the end zone. Tipped away at the last second on just a great defensive effort by the ball just shy of the Penn Hills 5-yard line. Butler trailing 13-10, 6:34 remaining third period. Trip set to the right. Pena back to pass. Here comes the pressure. Throws it into the end zone. Tipped away. Intercepted by Penn Hills. And it will be a safety. Intercepted by Joe Ciccarelli. The pass intended for attack. Tipped by a Penn Hills defender. Could not see who tipped that for Penn Hills.
No, I couldn't either because a lot of hands up. And this is the only thing, though. Now you go back and say, well, geez, we had to
Opportune time. They have the ball first and 10 following the touchback at their own 20-yard line. I formation. Kirby dots the I. He's going to get it left side. Finds some running room. Skirts out across the 25 and powers his way up near the 26-yard line for a gain of 6. And do that. He has the speed and the ability to do it. 2nd and 4, Indians at their own 26-yard line. I formation. Double tight, flanker right. Hood with a long count. Back to throw. Fires quickly out here to Ciccarelli. Turns it upfield, out across the 30 and up near the 33 for Penn Hills first down.
and drop the 2 inside people, but that forces really Penn Hills to try and throw the ball.
Slot right, I formation. 1st and 10. Penn Hills have thrown 32. Here's Hood giving off to Kirby. Dances outside, stumbles, tries to regain his balance, and gets out across the 35 to the 36. And if he doesn't stumble, under 5 remaining here, third period of play. Penn Hills 13, Butler 10. The Indians have a 2nd and 6 at their own 37-yard line. Split left, slot right, I formation. Kirby off the right side, puts his head down, comes out of a pile, and churns his way forward out across the 45 and up to the 47-yard line for a pickup of 10. Control the clock. Keep Butler's offense off the field. Split end left, flanker right, I formation. Butler bunched at the line of scrimmage. Hood with a long count, looks like he's changing a play. Drops back to pass, fires deep down, has a man wide open, and it's going to be a touchdown for Penn Hills. Now give credit to Glenn Hood. Touchdown pass of the game. That's an 80-yard drive for the Indians in 6 plays.
On Hood's part, shows he has a lot of ability to look at the field and see what's open.
The Indians up 19-10, come out with 2 tights, power eye to the right, and going for 2. Hood rolls to his right, has a man wide open, doesn't see him, now does, throws it back, and he catches it for 2. What a play by Glenn Hood.
I'll tell you what, that's incredible, because he had Brian Johnson open from the time the ball was snapped. He rolled, wait, now there's a penalty.
Now there's a penalty.
Where is it?
Mike, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, that's okay.
Go ahead, that was a great play by Hood.
Because Hood now, he's running for his life to the right side. He stopped at about the 8-yard line, turning through the ball the whole way back across the field. There's no flag on the field. I don't see one.
I think ineligible receiver.
I'll tell you what.
Back now on the 8-yard line. Power eye set to the right. Here's Hood. Hands off to Kirby. Right side. and fights his way down inside, gets to the 2-yard line, but doesn't get 2 points.
I think that was just a case of frustration by Neil Gordon. He said, the heck with it. Just stay in the fire. I run the ball off tackle. But
Telling you I just want to celebrate, yeah.
Celebrate on all 99s. It's clearance time at Butler County Ford.
Wood to Gerald Horsley after Wood changed the play at the line of scrimmage. The conversion failed, so the Indians lead by 9. Graham, Schmidt, and Oshling back deep for Butler. Here's Lobbeck's kick.
they're offside.
Kicks it deep. Oh, why not? This ought to make it as... They have enough penalties here the last halfway through the season.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about a guy who's a yard away from you. You can't possibly get in front of him. In this case, they did. So, I mean, 100 yards.
Well, they had 60 at the half, and they picked up 3 more here in the second half. All right, here's Lobbeck's kick now. Selling down, taken by Oshling at the 14. Bobbles it, picks it back up, and he's going to be knocked down. He spins away from a tackle and brings it out across the 25 to the 26. He was nearly stopped at the 19. Good effort by Osterling. 7 remaining here in the third period. The Indians up 19-10. A 4-man front defensively for the Indians. Here's a pitch back to the option, and Mitchell with it, and this time the Indians are waiting for him. Right there at the line of scrimmage, there are 5, 6 white shirts, and maybe a pickup of 1. And Mike, they certainly have adjusted their secondary coverage as now they are rotating into that down-the-line option.
At left guard, and Cody, Ryan Bird and Corey Roach alternate at left tackle.
Second down, 8 to go for Butler. Double slot formation. Papena back to pass, looking, fires downfield, intended for sack, incomplete, just over his outstretched hand at the Penn Hills 48-yard line. 8 yards of the ball. Look how close they are.
There's nobody back.
They're right on top of Butler.
The deepest guy is actually 6 yards off the line of scrimmage.
Trip set to the left. Mitchell, though, single setback. Pena back to throw. Here comes great pressure. Fires it over the middle. Incomplete for McGee.
Maybe 30th pass play this game for him.
4th and 9 for Butler. A maker to kick it away from his own 15-yard line. Castleberry and Ciccarelli back for the Indians at about their own 40. A good high boot. Chases Castleberry back, and he misses the ball. And I don't even know, did he touch it? I don't think. I think he just missed it.
Pick it up and run it in, Dean.
And it is down by, you can't pick up a muff punt and advance it, but you can certainly down it. And they're going to say that Castleberry did not touch it. It's Penn Hills football at their own 6-yard line.
Wait, there's some confusion out there. There's a flag down.
Now they're coming back up here, and they're going to bring this back.
There's a flag down way up on the
I think they're going to bring this back.
35-yard line.
It's holding against Penn Hills. Let's see. Where did it occur?
The flag is way back here on the Butler 36-yard line.
If they take it back, it could be a Butler first down. I would think so.
That would be a Butler first down.
Long time since I have seen a team penalized as much as Penn Hills here this evening.
I agree with you.
In the third quarter, and trailing Penn Hills
now the
by a score of 19-10.
And they're getting the Penn Hills team off. They're on the playing field. I've never seen this. Well, they don't have the chain set, the stick set yet.
Now they do.
Okay. A lot of confusion out there this evening. And I think what's happened, the officials now are explaining to Coach Neil Gordon what happened. And hey, while we're doing that, let's talk about
an opportunity at their own 37-yard line following the penalty. Papena back to throw. Here comes pressure, and he's going to be sacked way back at the 28-yard line.
Is that Ciccarelli again?
I think that was the corner blitz that they've incorporated. That is Ciccarelli. Pena's rolling to. There's no one to protect his backside. Trip set to the right on 2nd and 19, split in to the left. Papena back to throw. Here comes the pressure again. Dumps it over the middle. Incomplete. Behind his intended receiver, Brett Schmidt, leading by 9 and not believing Butler can beat him by running the ball. Double slot formation. Single setback. Mitchell. Papena back to throw. Here comes the pressure. He's grabbed. He gets away. Here comes the inside pressure by the linebacker, and a blitz from
doesn't leave anybody left to take care of the other guy that's hitting on.
Dolman's had a great game pressure-wise on Pepena, 6'4", 200-pound junior. So Maker now back to kick, standing at his own 8. Here's the kick. Good high kick. And the Indians going to let it bounce, and they get a break as it goes back towards midfield and down by Butler at the Penn Hills 48-yard line, 10-10.
Well, for the past 52 years, Brosie's Superette at the top of South Main Street Hill has been a family-run business.
Oh, you're including me now for dinner.
Absolutely.
First and 10 Indians at their own 48. Slot right I formation. Kirby dotting the I. Hood turns and gives to Ciccarelli on a slot back around, and he finds some room, cuts it back inside the Butler 45 and down to the Butler 42. First and 10, Penn Hills.
Joe Maker, he twisted his ankle trying to make that last tackle.
I formation, slot right for the Indians. Kirby dots the I. Hood under center, 4-man front for Butler. And here's a waggle out to the right by Hood. Now he's going to tuck it away, try to run. No, he throws deep downfield, has a man wide open to his wide receiver. And that is, once again, Gerald Horsley, who makes the reception inside the 5 and forced out of bounds. A gain of 38 yards on that pass. Here's a handoff, Kirby off the right side out of the power I, and he's down to the 1-yard line and flags all over the place.
But we got illegal participation on the tornado. We had about 12 guys in the field. We didn't get our guys off.
This is not against Penn Hills?
No. They're going to try and even things up, and they've got a way to go before this one's over.
And Mike, here's amazing.
Well, this is either a touchdown. No, I'll tell you what. I think
Kirby
Don.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think is Kirby Don on about the 1-foot line?
Looks to be about the Butler, though, has to come with an all-out effort. Power I, 2 tight ends. Good quarterback sneak. I don't think he gets it.
I don't think he does either.
No, he stopped just shy of the goal line on a great surge by the Butler defensive line. So that brings up 3rd and goal for Butler, inches away.
Wow.
And so will we. We'll be right back following these messages. Third and goal. Here's the give to Melvin Kirby, and he sells in for the score.
Yeah, he went off the left side.
Set. Here's a handoff and a crossbuck, and I think it's
Kirby
who takes.
They run that crossbuck extremely well. And I'll tell you what, Hood now, a little bit.
Butler elected to take the first down, and since that time, the Indians have scored 14 points. Here's the kickoff. Sails down, taken by Ostling at the 11. It's a return right. He's trying to get there. Here come the white shirts, and he finds some running room, finds a hole, takes it out across the 25 and up to the 29-yard line on a fine return. And they are bunched. Look at them at the line of scrimmage.
I want to see where Ciccarelli is. He's the guy that's been blitzing from the outside.
Pena, here comes a blitz inside from Mejia. Gets away from him, turns a corner, and here comes a cornerback who comes up and flattens him back at the 25, and he took a wallop. I'll tell you what, interception. So 2nd and 13 for Butler. Pena, here comes the pressure, throws it downfield, and incomplete, intended for tack out at the 40-yard line. And if you're going to try and throw deep, you're going to have trouble doing it with the kind of pressure we're going to bring.
Oh, they jump offside.
They jump offside. Right in the Oakland Raiders had all last season, I think, the most penalties. Now they have 8 men in the box. Pena back. Here comes their red shirts. It's a screen pass to Mitchell. And not waiting for him is Mejia. Did he do a great job? Now Mejia was there spying on Mitchell. He never moved. He was the only guy.
Preservatives added. Things could not be more perfect. Then it happened.
Hey, we're out of straw. No problem. I have a cooler full of this other beer.
As she took out a bottle of the other beer.
No! Wait! Don't open it!
Suddenly, everyone sits around the camp.
We had a guy on the ground. He impaled him in the ground. Then he gets up and he starts punching himself in the head. Like, why am I doing this?
The only penalty not called against them tonight was a fan throwing a hot dog onto the field. Indians leading by 17. Flanker right, double tight, I formation. Kirby with it, off the right side, running room, powers his way out across the 25 and up near the 27. Mike, he may be close to 150 yards. A great game for the Indians. 2nd and 1. Handoff Kirby, puts his head down, gets the first down, out across the 30, and up to the 31-yard line. Here's
It teed off from one of the Penn Hills players.
You're going to get a 15-yard personal foul against Butler
In the game.
I formation, 2 tight ends, flanker to the right. And now the Indians jump off sides. I said, well, we've won.
And this is a good opening game for both teams, really. You know, and a lot of these teams, as you look at them, a lot of them.
First and 15 for the Indians, 8:45 remaining in the game. And there's a handoff to the fullback, Castleberry. And he's going to pick up maybe a yard out to the 41-yard line. Slot right, I formation. And here's a handoff on the reverse. And a loss back at the 34-yard line. A fine defensive play by Matt Tapp, substituting also, Mike.
Yeah, that's a completely different team on the field right now for the Penn Hills Indians.
Except for, I think Hood's still in there.
Yeah.
Here's a handoff to Hawkins, and he goes straight ahead, out across the 40 and up to the 44-yard line. Tack and Graham back deep for Butler. Snap low, Banner gets it. A wobbly boot away. Tack takes it back at the 22-yard line. Gets a good block, comes upfield, and it is dropped at the 30-yard line. So as a
Directly to your Butler County Truck Headquarters. Reston Dodge Jeep Toyota. Route 8 south of Butler.
First and 10, Butler at their own 30-yard line. Penalty against Butler, trailing Penn Hills 27-10. Whippeal.
Yeah, I believe you're right.
First and 15, Butler at their own 25-yard line. Papena back to throw, looking. Here's the pressure. Comes out of a crowd and out across the 40, the 45, and dragged down at the 48-yard line on a fine effort by Justin by 17. I formation. Flanker right. Papena back to throw. Here comes the pressure. Fires out and in a flat, complete to Tack. Eludes a tackler, then another one, and carries it down inside the Penn Hills 40 to the Penn Hills 38, and a Butler first down. Matt carried first and 10, Butler at the Penn Hills 39. Papena back to throw. Lots of pressure. Rolls right and is dragged down for a loss. Back at about the 45, 44-yard line. A loss of 5 or 6 on Justin has been sacked. Second and 14 for Butler at the Penn Hills 43. Papena back to throw. Look, fires out here in the flat for Tack. Too short, incomplete. Trips left, split end to the right. Here's the pitch back. And a sweep to the left. And knocked out of bounds is the runner. And here come about 10 flags and a call of a late penalty.
I don't know. I've never seen any team commit
Anything
this
like
many
that.
penalties. And totally
These penalties. First and 10, Butler at the Penn Hills 25. Damon Graham, the lone setback. Papena back to throw. Here comes the pressure from Brian Brennan, and he's sacked back at the 29-yard line. Trips left. Papena back to throw. Here comes the pressure. Fires it out here and nearly intercepted by Antonio Williams and went through. Third and 14 for Butler at the 29 of Penn Hills. Bunch right. Damon Graham, the lone setback. Papena back to throw. Once again, he's running, firing downfield, incomplete. Pass intended for I formations, put in left. Papena back to throw. Here comes a rush, guns it away, incomplete, intended for attack down at the 18. And Penn Hills leading Butler by a score of 27-10, and now wholesale substitutions, a whole new team in there for the Indians. Here's a handoff to the tailback, carrying it out across the 30-yard line, up 3:28. The clock running, second down, 7 to go for the Indians. Pellman, a ball carrier, finds running room off the right side and is stopped out at the 35-yard line.
And
here
flag.
comes a penalty flag. Remaining here in the game, Penn Hills, the 17-point lead. Hand off to Pellman, finds some running room, breaks loose, breaks another tackle, loses the ball. He ran it out to the 35-yard line. The ball popped away, squirted back to the 30.
There's a lot of playing time.
Matt Barr, junior quarterback, in for the Indians. Hands off to Pellman, left side. He's belted hard and dropped right there. No gain on a play.
I'll tell you, he was rocked in the backfield by Jared Maker. Actually hit him about a yard deep, and he was able to come out and pick up
to kick it away. Standing at his own 15-yard line. We have 2:15 remaining in the game. Here comes the pressure from Butler. The punt is blocked. Here's a scramble for it. Butler trying to scoop it up. They can't do it, but they will have the ball at the Penn Hills 13-yard line with 2:07 remaining.
Yeah, John McGee came flying through and blocked.
Remaining. Pena under center. He's going to drop back. Here comes pressure, and he's going to be sacked for the 10th time back at the 16-yard line.
And that time,
save.
Second 11 for Butler at the Penn Hills 16-yard line. Pena back to throw, fires into the end zone for tack, and the ball is batted away at the last second on a fine defensive effort of players in there on that defensive front. Pena drops back, looks, here comes the pressure, out here into the flat, incomplete through the hands of his intended receiver, Brett Schmidt. On 4th and 11, Pena back. Here comes the pressure, fires back across the field to tack at the 10, dances around, and will take it in for a score. A fine reception by Matt Tack. 16, and undoubtedly Butler will come with an onside kick. The extra point, the kick is up, and it is good.
Our junior split end and defensive back coming in and blocking Troy Banner's punt.
It's like he's not involved at all in the kickoff.
Well, the ball's going to come here in front of the Butler bench. We know that.
He's the only one not moving. He stays right there, but the Indians aren't going. They're not going for it, and it kicks the other way. And I think the Indians get the football at the Butler 49-yard line.
I don't know what happened there. I think Butler was expecting the kick to come over here towards their bench.
I think they wanted Penn Hills to shift over when they moved everyone, but the 1st and 10 Penn Hills at the Butler 49-yard line. Hand off to Pellman, right side. Get some running room down to about the Butler 47, 46 yards. Hasn't panicked at all. He's put in his second team with about 4 or 3 minutes to go in the game, and even though for 2 years in a row now, Penn Hills will open the season with a victory over Butler as Barr takes another knee, and that should do it. Mark Ratrone, delay of game against Penn Hills.
If you don't run it yourself, you really can't show your defense how that works.
Here we go. This will be the last play of the game. Barr steps back, and he will take a knee. Penn Hills 20 after these messages.
There's going to be one play here.
Tonight's coverage of Butler High School football brought to you on WBUT 1050, Route 8 south of Butler. Penn Telecom. Save on your long distance by dialing 1-800-449-SAVE. And by Milo Williams, Jewelers in downtown Butler.
Saturday night.